Welcome back, viewers and subscribers. It's your girl, Star Flames. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. So, I'm finally here with a highly requested video of Kim Kardashian saying that she has to raise 4 kids on her own. Kim is, seeking a pity party, but it's really not a pity party. What she's doing is using Ye's name to promote, her upcoming campaign, which, well, actually, it has been launched now. This is what Kim does every time she has a campaign, and she really doesn't know if it's going to do well. So to guarantee its success, she will throw Ye under the bus because he's a black man. And what is it that black men are popularly known to do? Be deadbeat dads. And she knows that, the people used the media outlet to cancel Ye. She realizes that these very same media outlets consistently attacks him. So she knows what she's doing. She's using Ye to promote her image, her likeness, and to shift the energy over to her brand. Remember, Ye told her that no one is going to look at the photograph unless he's in it. And I believe that now many people realize what he's talking about. So Kim coming to the public and saying, she's raising 4 kids by herself. The only people who would believe this are the people who really don't have all the facts together. And because my people don't know that we have the facts together when it comes to Miss Kimmy Cakes, we do have the facts together. We're going to roll them out in a minute. Let's get into the report. So basically, Kim Kardashian was on Zoe Winkler's podcast, and she said, I think you and I have mostly connected on parenting. This is what she was saying to Zoe, right? And then said, and judgment, and feeling like sometimes you're in this alone, even though we have great support system and we have people around us, right? She did the same. Kim did the same on Angie Martinez's podcast, if you guys can remember. But let's continue with this report. She's saying, but sometimes in the middle of the night, she continued, when they're all asleep in your bed, kicking you and crying and waking up. It's not something that I talk about a lot because I feel like there's always a lot of judgment, or people always will jump to the, but you have the resources to have the nannies and to have help. And I just think that no matter what kind of help I have, I'm basically raising 4 kids by myself. So that's what she's saying. She's saying basically, the money doesn't matter. Everything is just her alone. She's doing it alone because at the end of the day, when the kids want to crawl in bed, they crawl in bed with her. They kick, they scream, they cry and all of that because they shouldn't kick, scream or cry. How dare these kids interrupt their mom's night rest, right? No, let's see if there's anything else. They're saying Kardashian, despite her rarefied lifestyle, supervises everyday mom things, like getting the kids ready for school. I mean, even carpool this morning. I have kids that I have to take, she told Winkler, who the daughter of actor Henry Winkler, and everyone wants to leave at like different times or want different stuff, and I feel like I am at like a pit stop of a race car driver. No. So that's basically what she's talking about. She spoke about, just not being able to get what she wants. That's what she's crying about, really. She's crying about not having her freedom because when she's carpooling, the kids wants to leave at different times, and that is really hard for her. So she's saying that she's a single mom. She has to be hands-on, and irrespective of people saying that she has the resources like nannies and all of that, she's like, what about at nights when the nannies are, resting or whatever, the kids come into my bed and I have to cope with that all by myself. She's like, they cry, they kick, they scream and all of that. We've seen Kim Kardashian's bed, right? No. Oh my, like, I don't know why she does this. And well, actually, I do know why she does it. She doesn't care what anyone says about her. Once she gets talked about, that's the most important thing. She knows that when she said this, she would have, gotten her ass dragged, but that's not the matter for her. That's not what's important. The important is just her building up her relevance and building up engagement around her name because she has new projects. And without using Ye's name, the new projects are not going to sell. As I've told you guys, I told you guys this last week, and I told you guys this the week before. I said that Kim, Jay-Z, and Beyonce is going to use Ye to serve, and whenever they cannot use Ye, they're going to ensure that they use Ye's kids. Well, the kid evidently is not giving the powerful punch that she needed. So let's pivot to Ye, right? Because she knows that when she talks about Ye, she gets good press. Everyone is tuned in and everyone is ready to give their opinion. So this is what she used to build engagement around her. Nothing new. Like, this is one of the oldest tricks in her book. And if you look now, this article was released. The bulk of it was released yesterday, some of it the day before. This morning, she released her Dolce & Gabbana X Skims collab. This is what she does every time. She throws this man under the bus. Do you guys remember how Kylie would come to the internet and make out with her girlfriend Stassi whenever she has a brand deal coming up? She would be on the internet kissing with Stassi, touching all over Stassi, and then 2 to 3 days later, she would release that brand collab. The family only knows how to sell sex, and whenever they're not selling sex, they're gonna throw their black baby daddies under the bus. He's black, and because he's black, he's automatically a deadbeat. He's automatically guilty of being a deadbeat. No, let's put some context to it. We're going to show you just how much this woman is a liar, and she stops at no ends to making lies and mischief about this man. No, there's one particular thing that I didn't know all along. I found this out like maybe 3 weeks ago when I came across, it was like a little documentary talking about, the Kardashians, mansion, how many houses they have bought. And it's like they're building the city, and in the city, it's only them. So they're buying all the lots around them. They're buying all the houses, within close proximity to them. They're tearing these houses down and they're just making a mega mansion. And the only gap in between these mega mansions is their property, and their property connects to either a sibling or the mom, right? Now, in this documentary, I've learned that, Kim Kardashian bought a house close to the house that Ye built, for his family home. Kim bought a co-parenting house very close to that, right? It's like maybe 4 houses down from, their family home that Ye had built. She bought that house with the intention of, that's where she would co-parent with Ye. Now, after she bought that house, Ye also bought a house within close proximity of Kim's co-parenting house. And that is why Ye bought that house. And do you see how the media kept silent that Kim bought a co-parenting house, but they were like, yeah, Kanye West bought a house very close to Kim. It was both of them who bought a co-parenting house at the same time, but you never hear the media talk about that. But anyway, Kim bought the house for co-parenting, Ye bought his house for co-parenting, but then Ye realized that it is best that he stays away from Kim, because when he bought the house for co-parenting and Kim bought hers, it was okay for Kim to buy a house close, for co-parenting. It was okay for Tristan Thompson to buy a house close to Chloe for co-parenting, but when he did it, he was being dubbed as a nemesis. He was labeled as being obsessed with her, stalking her, and all of that. That is the house that Ye gave Bianca power of attorney, and she offloaded the house last year. That's why Ye sold that house. He wasn't doing that anymore with anybody attacking his image, reputation, and likeness. He was tired of it, right? So that is one example. Remember, Ye was there. Remember, Ye was showing up for carpooling. Remember, Ye was showing up with the fire trucks and everything. And Kim was like, she doesn't want him there. She doesn't want him on the property. He's stalking her. She initially agreed to, for him to come at the birthday event, and then she changed it. And you would think that when they initially changed it, Ye knew about it. No, it was after that entire debacle with Chicago's birthday that they came to a different agreement, and Ye was like, that's it. Okay, fine. Right? No, we're moving on from the house debacle because Kim has done a lot. And when she has done a lot, I mean, she's done way too much, right? Now, do you guys remember immediately after the separation, Kim had those kids on lockdown? Those kids could not visit their father. The father could not visit the kids. But we saw what she did instead. She had North sitting in Pete's lap, driving in that golf cart around the gated community, and she ensured that she phone called TMZ to capture everything on video because Ye had a wound. Ye had the wound of losing his family, losing his wife, and that wound was not sufficient for Kim. Kim was like, we need to throw some salt in that wound. We need to throw some peroxide with that salt because we need to make it really hurt, right? So we're not just going to add a little salt to his wound. We're going to add the peroxide and the salt. We want to give him agony, right? Because that's literally what she did. She wanted that man to go to jail, and Pete was so dumb. Pete did not even realize that he was putting his life at risk for Kim's little mind games. So she had North in that man's lap. She had TMZ right on time, and she called North like, Northy, look back. She orchestrated the entire thing. The internet clapped her ass. But after that, we saw Pete Davidson taking Saint West to the mall. And at that point, Ye could not even see his kids. Ye was even releasing songs saying that he could not see his kids. It was after the divorce settlement. Ye had to, give Kim more than what she was entitled to in the divorce settlement. He had to really buy time to see his kids, right? So, even though Kim is crying about co-parenting, she's not crying about co-parenting. She really wouldn't mind this man just disappear and not come back. That's what she hopes for. Because if you guys remember, even when Ye was, promoting his Vultures album, Northwest wanted to go with her dad. Because as you guys know, North has said she does like to spend time with her father because life is so easy with her father. There's no security. It's just them. There's no chefs. There's no butlers. It's just them. They cook and all of that. So the child explained to her mom, while I'm with my dad, I have a more one-on-one interaction. You're never here. You're hardly ever here. And we've heard North recently telling her that it's been 2 years. It's been 2 Halloweens to be exact since she has prepared something for her kids. Something as simple as a meal. So if your child is telling the public that it's been 2 Halloweens since you've prepared a meal for them, it means that this woman doesn't want to be bothered at times, and and there are other times when she's just too busy to engage or to spend a little time doing anything for the kids. So if the child had to rip out the sofa to be with her father because you didn't want her to go, why are you coming back, to tell the internet that you're co-parenting alone? She does the same thing every 3 to 5 business days when her products aren't selling. She tries to put on this facade that it's her and it's hard and it's just her alone and people think that I have resources. But what about when they come into my bed and kick and scream? It comes with the territory, Kim. It comes with the territory. So I don't know if she thought that the internet was stupid, but then again, she knows what she's doing. As I've said, it's just a trick to get people talking about her. She doesn't care what the internet is saying about her. No one is looking at her. She went to an she went to an event. I don't know where I came up with intervent. Anyway, She went to an event recently and no one didn't even look at her. No one didn't even talk about her. And normally when Kim is with Ye, everyone is excited. They want to see what she's going to wear. They want to see the hair. They want to see the makeup. It is okay for her to choosing wanting to be single, no longer wanting to be married to someone. But after all the hell that she has given that man, and that man is paying the highest child support in history, the highest child support in a billionaire's history, because not even Elon is paying that, right? So Ye is paying the $200,000 monthly. It is still not enough. You know, when Ye takes the kids, when Ye and his wife takes the kids, she wants Bianca to cover up and know that she's not selling anything. It is Ye's fault, because if Ye would co-parent with her, chances are she would get some sale. That's not what she wants. So guys, the thing that Kim actually wants, she actually wants Ye to be around her so that Ye can help her to build up back that engagement that she once had with the public. It's gone. It's dead. It's done. It's gone. And she is just gripping onto the reality that her fame is just going the exact same way it came. Majority of her fame and success came with Ye, and it's leaving the moment that Ye left. And Ye told her, when I'm gone, when I'm out the photo, no one is going to want to look at you. And we thought that that was serious. That was serious. I'm going to give it to you, but he did not tell a lie, because we're literally seeing that coming to life. So now this girl just wants to be talked about. And even if it means throwing Ye onto a bus, she's doing it. But she knows people are not falling for it. And she really doesn't care, I think. I think that her aim in this is just to be talked about. And once she's being talked about, her mission has been accomplished. But I mean, this is still not going to help her. People are just done and tired of her, tired with her, and are crying, always crying about something. Well, guys, we're going to leave that at that, because we have so much more to cover for today. We have a lot more to talk about, but I want to hear from you guys. What's your take on Miss Kimmy Cakes crying? Because when she's not crying about someone tapping in, she's crying about co-parenting and how hard it is, that, you know, the kids being in her bed with her. But didn't she show us, that time she was home alone with a ghost? She's such a liar. She cannot even keep up with herself. But guys, I want to hear from you. What are your thoughts? Remember, thumbs up, subscribe, and see you guys later. Bye, guys.